Hello, you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Brig coming at you fast with another Destiny Road to Ultimate Titan video, and this is episode 5. And yes, I just want to start off this video by saying, yeah, I'm kinda a hypocrite, because last episode I said probably won't be doing any more of these, and now I'm kind of like, I might do some more of these. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think you guys don't enjoy these videos. So you guys like these videos, and I think that's a good thing. So I try to keep to a schedule, guys, but all of my videos right now are kind of like all over the place because I got this. I still have Forza that I didn't finish. I still have, I'm starting up NBA. So it's like all over the place. And then in a week and a half, Call of Duty comes out, and then probably all of those things will be put to the side. Like once Call of Duty comes out, it will just be 100% nonstop, just Advanced Warfare, because from what I've seen so far from that gate, yes, I'm looking at the gates. From what I've seen so far at that game, it just looks like a super fun time. So much content to be produced, so many opportunities, and just a lot of fun to have with you guys. So that's just about it. So yeah, so that's the situation on this channel right now. It's kind of like a tsunami of a lot of different stuff, just whatever I feel like playing. I hate that. I hate it because I'm like, I want to stop like dragging you guys through all these random games, because some of you might just want to watch Destiny only, some of you might just want to watch, I don't know, maybe some of you might want to watch Forza, some of you might want to watch only Call of Duty once that starts up. So it's kind of hard. It's either you prioritize on one game and just produce a lot of content for it, or you just like bounce around multiple games and produce like not as much content. So I definitely want to produce as much content as possible on Call of Duty, because that's my true love when it comes to video games. So I'll definitely be posting that. And today, you know, since I started talking about Call of Duty, today I wanted to actually talk about Call of Duty in general, like as a franchise, where I think it went right, where I think it went wrong, what I see for it in the future, and what I see for it specifically in Advanced Warfare. Now, I know a lot of people who have lost faith in Call of Duty, a lot of people who stopped playing it because, you know, it just got so bad over the years. They feel like they've been lied to by the developers, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, I don't blame them. I really don't. I mean, you're your own person. You get to make your own decisions. Who am I to tell you what to do? I'm not going to try and influence you into playing it. So, you know, that's fine and dandy. That's good for you. You don't want to play it anymore. Hopefully you find a different game that you really enjoy. But for me, I look forward to any new Call of Duty. Even Ghost, you know, Ghost looked like it was going to be an okay game when they showed the trailers and stuff like that. But, you know, after playing it for a while, it turned out to be not so good of a game for competitive, not so good of a game when it comes to kill times. I think the kill times are too quick in my opinion. But, you know, it wasn't a complete loss. It was still Call of Duty. It's still that Call of Duty feel. Still played it for the majority of the year. It was pretty fun. Not as fun, though, as Black Ops 2, for example, you know, which is probably why it didn't do so well, is because it didn't live up to what Black Ops 2 did, and it kind of failed. Now, there's some people that would disagree with me and say Black Ops 2 was also a bad game, maybe Black Ops 1 was a bad game, but who knows, like, everybody has their own opinion. Maybe you stopped playing Call of Duty after Modern Warfare 2, I don't know. There are probably some people who did that. I wouldn't even doubt it. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt that when I talk about Call of Duty, it's because I thoroughly enjoy the game. I'm not getting paid by anybody to say that, oh, this is a good game, this is a bad game, this is a great game, whatever. Like, I don't get paid by Activision to say that their products are great. I don't get paid by Treyarch or Infinity Ward, nothing. It's my honest opinion of what I think the game should have, what makes it good, and what makes it not so good. So, basically, I forgot to mention what we're doing right now. This is the last mission of story mode on level 26. I didn't feel like doing it on 28 just because I didn't want to go through the trouble of actually having to try a little bit, because going back to the weekly strikes and all that, we all know how that ends when I have a little bit of trouble. So Anywho, so what do I like about Call of Duty? Like, what is it that keeps me going back to it every single year? Why do I always give it a chance no matter what developer makes it, no matter what kind of game it's going to be, whether it's futuristic, old, World at War, whatever, you know, World War II, that's what I was trying to say. I don't know what it is. I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. Like, I think the reason I like it so much is because of the fast-paced action, right? And a lot of people are like, oh, it's not realistic. Like, I don't like it. It's so gay. Let's go to Battlefield. And, I mean, fine. If you're looking for a realistic shooter, by all means, go to Battlefield, because that is definitely way more realistic than Call of Duty. But Call of Duty is not meant to be realistic. It's supposed to be arcadey. It's supposed to be fun. Like, that's the thing. Like, if you had actual realistic warfare, you would be sitting, let's say if you're playing a World War II game, you would be sitting in trenches for, like, a very long time. Or a World War I game, whatever. You'd be sitting in trenches for a very long time, and you'd only be shooting for about 5 to 10% of that time. And I don't think that would be too fun in a video game. So, ooh, look at the black garden. It's so pretty. Oh. So it's really just a perspective, like what you are looking for in a game. And what I'm looking for in a game is something that will keep me addicted and something that will be fun all the time, no matter what mood I am in, it will always be fun. I always can go to it to have some fun playing video games. And with Ghosts, that was a little bit controversial, because if I was in a bad mood, I just wouldn't even play Ghosts, because I wouldn't have the patience to deal with it. But personally, I'm a very patient person, so if a game has troubles, if a game has difficulties, I persevere with it. I'm kind of just like, make the best out of it. I guess I'm just an optimistic person in that sense. But, you know, I think that a game should be like that. It should be addicting. Whatever you like in a game should make it addicting for you. Otherwise, you're not going to play it for too long. So what makes Call of Duty addicting for me is just how fast the games can go. Like, you're never really stopping. At least the way I'm playing, at least when I play, I'm always rushing. I'm always running around. You know, if I'm a sniper, I'll play like a sniper, but if I have an SMG, I'm going to play like I have an SMG. And usually, I have an SMG, because that's just my guns of choice. That's what I prefer to use when playing competitive, when playing pubs. SMGs. Maybe, well, SMGs and assault rifles. And then everything else just if I'm fooling around or if I don't feel like going ham. So, using that kind of stuff, just running around, just non-stop, just going on crazy kill sprees and just getting your score streaks and calling it in. That's another big turnoff for me with Ghost, was that the kill streak sucked. Like, downright sucked. There was probably the Maniac was the only good one that I really enjoyed, and yet that one kind of sucked. The Loki, for being the highest kill streak, was ass. It literally was the worst top-tier kill streak of any Call of Duty game ever. I think the attack helicopter from COD 4 was better, to be honest. So, you know, I just, that was a big turnoff to me, is that the kill streak sucked. So I usually just ran Specialist, and if I got KEM strikes, great. If I didn't, great. You know, I wasn't one of the people who went for KEM strikes, even though some people like that. If I did go for KEM strikes, I almost always got them, and if not, I would come at least with 20 kills. So, you know, that's usually what would happen with that. But I'm not usually the kind of person who goes for those really high-end kill streaks. You know, if I get on a roll, if I notice that I'm doing great, I'm kind of like, okay, maybe I should kind of try for it. But usually I don't ball out on that, because that kind of just applies pressure and makes the game a bit too stressful, and I want to play the game to have fun with it, not really for it to be stressful. So yeah, so that's what makes Call of Duty addicting for me. Also, all the unlocks and all the upgrades that you can get out of that game, just everything about it, just the XP getting is so nice, and I just love it so much. That's what makes it addicting to me. And those are just, obviously, the graphics, the mechanics are always really, really good. And the game modes, right? The game modes are big. I'm so glad that League Play is coming back to Advanced Warfare. It's actually called Ranked Play. There was actually a few images that were leaked. And it's called Ranked Play. The only thing that I'm not really too... Well, I kind of don't care, to be honest. But at the same time, I kind of would care a little bit. Is the fact that there's no special co-op mode in Advanced Warfare. Now, I know there's Exo Survival, but that's basically what Modern Warfare 3 already had with the survival in that game. And, you know, that was okay, but it wasn't awesome like zombies, right? It wasn't that amazing feeling. Like, you could play it for hours and hours and hours and hours, and if you fail, you just try it again, and you'd keep going for hours and hours and hours and hours. With Extinction, when I played it, if I died once, I was just like, alright, fuck this, and I wouldn't even try it again, because it wasn't fun enough for me to keep going. Whereas zombies, I could just play for days. I had so much fun playing zombies. I remember Black Ops 1, I got to round 50 on all the maps at least once. So, I loved zombies so much. Anyway, that's the only thing that I kind of disappointed in Advanced Warfare. I thought that would have something like that. But, you know, that's fine too, because I'll be too busy playing just the regular game modes, to be honest. Because Hardpoint is back, which is fantastic. Uplink looks like an amazing game mode. Momentum from World at War is such a great game mode, and I'm so happy it's in there. Because, honestly, I haven't played World at War, or rather, I haven't owned World at War. My friend did, and I would always come to his house and play zombies, but sometimes we'd play multiplayer, and usually what I would play would be War. And it was just so much fun, because everybody's always, you know, in your face, like, always doing that kind of action, right? One objective. Everybody's going to the same objective on the map. There's grenades flying everywhere. You're just godlike with the shots, right? You gotta have your explosives, your trophy systems, your flak jacket. Well, that's gonna be in this game. Not in World at War, of course. There were no trophy systems in World at War. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, the game modes, I think, in this game are just lots of fun. Ghosts had Cranked, which was fun in the beginning, but then it kind of got old. And it's really something that is bad when a game mode gets old like that. So what was bad? Okay, I've been talking a lot about the good stuff. What was bad in the game that turned me off, or turns me off to any kind of game, really? So, first off, the amount of dependency on a good connection. Now, this is apparent in every Call of Duty, right? Every Call of Duty, whoever has the better connection is going to have the better hit registration, and they're going to have a slight advantage. But especially in private match, now maybe in public match with Ghosts, I mean, I'm sure, I don't know if they had their dedicated servers or not. I never really decided to check if that was true or not. But, you know, the connection plays a massive, 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 massive role. Massive. Just absolutely. Oh god, I'm about to die. No! Run! Oh god, that's a Hydra! No! No, they're after me, Lucky Charms! Run! Ah! Ah! Yeah, but anyway, that was massive. Was the connection. And in private match especially, if you were the host of the game, you could not be touched. Like, you were just God. You were literally divine when you had host. Oh god. Ugh. Almost died there. Oh, look, I could go under either. I can camp. I could be a little camper. That's another thing in Ghosts. I'm never usually the one to bitch about camping. I really am not. Because when you play competitively, you play strategically, you set people up in power positions, and they have to lock those positions down, you expect to find people in corners. You just do. You know, and the people who bitch about campers are just the people who forget about them or just don't know how to counter them. In my opinion, it's really easy to counter campers. All you have to do, if they're really camping, you know exactly where they are on the map. You know exactly how to go about it, and you know exactly how to go in that building or get in that area and fuck them up. And people who complain about campers are just people who don't have enough skill to take them out. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if they're sitting with claymores. I don't care if they're sitting with C4s. Throw a grenade in there and blow their C4s up. Use sit rep. I don't give a shit. People who complain about camping are fucking losers. And I'm sorry. That's my honest opinion. There's no point in complaining about camping. And I don't provoke camping. I'm not the kind of person to provoke camping. Obviously, if you are just sitting absolutely in your spawn, that's whoopty fucking great for you. And I might bitch about that when playing the game because I'm like, wait, what the fuck are you doing in your spawn? Like, why aren't you out there shooting people and just waiting for people to come to your spawn for some reason? And the reason I'm in people's spawn sometimes is because I just spawn trap and sometimes there's people there. But anyway, that's besides the point. People who do that, I mean, that's just good for them, but I feel like if they do that, it's just so boring. Like, you're missing out on the entirety of the game if you're just sitting in one place. You're not looking at the maps, you're not going around, you're not trying to find people, you're just sitting there. And that's not fun at all, in my opinion. I don't think that's fun at all. But if it's like in a strategic situation where you have search and destroy and there's somebody at B and they're trying to defend the bomb site and they're sitting in somewhere that has a line of sight towards the bomb and you bitch about it because you try to plant the bomb and you get shot because this guy's actually defending it like it says defend B, then that's your own fault. There's no point about complaining. Absolutely no point. They are playing objectively and defending objectives, perfectly fine. If they're playing team deathmatch, they're still defending the objective. They're defending their lives by being hidden or being in a good spot where people have difficulty hitting them. But if you die once, maybe twice, you can go back and know where he is exactly, or she, whoever's playing, and just destroy them. So there's always an answer to every question. So it's not like you can't let that drag you down. But anyway, it was a slow game. Ghosts was a slow game, which is what this whole spiel was about. And that's kind of what turned me off, because again, like I said earlier, I love rushing. I love going fast. I love killing lots of stuff, running around. Everybody's running at me. We're just having these epic gunfights. But with Ghosts, it's not like that. It's really, because of the low amount of health you have in that game and the fast kill times, you really have to go slow, and people really, really pace themselves. And it's, you know, sometimes you do find them quote-unquote camping more often than you'd like. Whereas, by the looks of Advanced Warfare, with all the exo abilities, it looks super duper fast-paced. The game modes, like Hardpoint and Capture the Flag, are super fast-paced. Uplink, Momentum, super fast-paced game modes. And I cannot wait for that, because I know for a fact I'm going to be addicted to it. I'm going to fail all my classes. I just tell you that right now. So, it's definitely amazing, right? Just the way it looks. But those are big turnoffs, is when the game's too slow. Obviously, when it's not going your way, that's with any Call of Duty. If you're not doing well, you're not going to have fun with it. And that's just an absolute given. But what you going to do about it? So, that was the good and the bad. What I like from Call of Duty, what I don't like from Call of Duty. Now, I kind of answered my third question, like what I would like to see in Advanced Warfare, kind of in that statement already. But I'll just go over it again. Just fast-pacedness, good score streaks, and by the looks of it, the score streaks are pretty fun. I saw a list of all the score streaks in the game. They look pretty damn fun, so really can't wait for that. Really can't. That's about it, because we are closing in on the game, guys. It's only about 10 days. 10 days until day 0 drops, which I did get. So definitely, I won't have it at midnight release though, because I do still have college and all that. But I will try to play as much as possible, as much as physically possible, as much as the time allows me to. So yeah, really, really, really looking forward to that. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below what you think about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Are you gonna get it? Are you not gonna get it? Why? Why not? What do you hope to see in it? What do you not want to see in it, maybe? And stuff like that. In Advanced Warfare, I really don't want to see what we saw in Ghosts, obviously. And by the looks of it, they just about replicated nothing from Ghosts, which is a good thing. It's a really, really, really good thing. So, what I would hope they don't put in, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to like Ghosts, is hopefully it just won't be slow. And again, I already covered that a lot of times, that I don't think it will be. Oh god. Eschaton Mind. Alright, we killed one. That's good. Gotta kill these last 2 bosses.
The heart is dying. Keep fighting them.
Yeah, the heart is dying, yeah. I may or may not snip them. So yeah. I do have to do at least one more episode of Forza, because we're not done with the festival yet. And then I honestly don't know how long NBA is going to take. I think NBA is definitely going to be one of those things that's just going to pause. Once Advanced Warfare comes out. Die! Yay. Just one more to go. Do-do. Gotta kill the last one. The soul progeny. Shoot him right in the kisser. Pow, right in the kisser. Oh god, I'm out of ammo. Reload the ammo. Reload the ammo. Yes. Haha. Fuck you, you giant black turd. No, 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 no. Take a selfie with me and destroying the thing. Yeah. Selfie. Ooh, kill him.
We're back on Mars. The shroud of darkness is lifting, and light returns to the traveler. The speaker is calling upon
That was a good stretch. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you kind of... Some of you might not want to hear about Call of Duty. You might want to hear about another kind of topic, but usually I will talk about topics like bullying or whatever, you know, like controversial stuff. But it's just the excitement, guys. This is the excitement phase. Less than 2 weeks away from the next COD. A lot of anticipation building up. So definitely gotta pour it all out on you guys, unfortunately. But hopefully that you guys don't mind. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, have a wonderful day.